Shout out to Cats Pod.
A good defensive play for Montana State.
Touchdown, Tommy Malone is electrifying.
Welcome to the Cats Pod. What's up, Podcats? How we feeling today? Great day to be a Bobcat. So glad that you chose to join us when it comes to your Bobcat podcast choices.
Yeah.
How you doing, Eric?
I mean, I'm not really even sure what to say to you, Ben. I am somewhere in between as happy as I can be and like when my kids were born. I'm not sure. Somewhere right in there.
Somewhere right in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those type of feelings when it comes to a game like this. And
It's as good of a feeling. It's finally here.
yeah,
I mean, it's actually what we have thought all season long. I mean, we had that fun run in 21. That
Mhm.
was a fun run.
Yep.
But it's not this.
No.
This is the year. This has always been the year. This is what we've been waiting for, and kind of, I hate to say it, but a little bit of what we thought this team was capable of.
Yeah. I mean, when this season started, we were talking about undefeated
Yeah,
throughout the season.
that's
We
exactly.
picked the Cats to
Yeah.
win every single game this season, and we
Go.
were right.
And go. Yeah,
We were right.
we were
They
right.
go through the playoffs, win every single game during the playoffs. So far, beat USD convincingly. I'll call it that.
Yes,
Convincingly.
convincingly. And, to take a step back, I don't know if you're not watching, let me just put this into perspective for you. The camera is pointing at the stadium. We are recording from one of the skyboxes.
Yep.
The field looks beautiful,
Oh yeah.
especially after a Montana State win.
We still have plenty of fans in the end zone back
Yeah.
there. The players and their families are still celebrating this win as we talk right now. That is how live this podcast is going on.
This was such a huge game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lay out a couple of reasons for you. Number one, the Missouri Valley Conference believes that they are better than us.
Yes.
They absolutely believe that they are better than us.
Yep.
Not only did we win, but we won
Convincingly.
fairly easy.
Convincing.
This wasn't
Yeah.
a stressful game.
No.
They kept it close for the first quarter and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and the Cats just slowly pulled away as they normally do.
Yes.
And number two, the other reason why this game is so big is because we get our shot at redemption now.
Yes.
We go to Frisco. We get to avenge what is, and I'm guessing probably always will be, the worst loss I have ever experienced in sports, period. And if you can't see, my hands are going crazy right now. I'm really
Just right
talking
down
with my
the road,
hands.
Just talking with his
Yeah.
hands a lot.
I should go
Right
like
there.
this.
Wrapping them up.
I hate North Dakota State, man. I
Yeah.
hate them.
And that's the premier point of this game. I feel like a lot of people, fans, listeners, whatever,
Yeah.
are not going to care about the yardages in this game. They're not going to care about who scored the touchdowns. The big deal is that we get our rematch against NDSU. That is what matters in this game more than anything.
All right. I'm going to go on my tangent.
Go
I
ahead.
always do.
Go
I
ahead.
always do this. I'm sorry to the listeners. I just do this. From the very start, Tommy Malott controlled this game. He was on another level. He played so smart. I don't know if our listeners caught quite what he was doing when he was about to take a hit,
Yeah.
but even when it was a split-second decision, he was spinning in a way that made the hit not 100, what's the
He
word I'm
wasn't
looking for?
taking the full brunt of
Right.
the hit.
He was
spinning off of it so that he could stay safe.
he was still getting those extra yards, but not taking 100% of the impact.
Yes.
What Tommy did today is why I think that Tommy might be the most famous person in Montana from here on out. That includes people like Travis Lulay,
Mm-hmm.
Troy Anderson.
Yeah.
I think that I think he's jumped all of them. He is
Mm-hmm.
taking a second team to Frisco.
Tommy's story changes a lot of it. Because Travis Olay, like you mentioned, was a big part of Bobcat history because he ended a streak
The
that
resurrection.
nobody thought was ever going
He
to end.
resurrected Bobcat football, and we
Yes.
will always be thankful for that.
Mm-hmm. But Tommy, the way he came in as a freshman
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
willed the team and played a huge part in that team that went to a championship, and then he gets hurt in the national championship
Yeah.
and has to work his way back and dealt with injuries and everything like that throughout years and years of straight up work. He just comes back to be the guy that he is today.
I can't say enough nice things about Tommy Malott in this podcast. All I can say is that Tommy has done exactly what we wanted him to do.
Yeah.
He has stepped in and he has exceeded expectations.
Oh yeah. He always exceeds expectations.
He is the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
He's exactly what every other team would like to have.
Yeah. And
And they can't have him.
Yeah. And he is one game away from being the no argument best quarterback in Montana State history.
I would like to see a statistic of the number of starting quarterbacks that have taken their team to Frisco
Yeah.
twice.
That's a tough group.
Because
That's
off the top of my head,
yeah.
we're talking Mark Gronowski.
Yeah.
Did Cam Miller do it? No, he didn't make it
No.
last year.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance didn't make it the first year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is an exclusive list.
It is
Very
a
exclusive.
list.
And Tommy's on it.
Yeah. Tommy and Mark would be the list. If we're talking about back to back, or not back to back, but taking your team
Yeah.
to 2 national championships. And in my mind, and this is a very biased opinion because we are recording from a box
Yep.
after we go to the national championship.
Yeah, if you all could hear what's going on around us, it's a bunch of Cat fans celebrating that they get to go to Frisco.
Yes.
That's what they're celebrating right now.
That's
On
what's
either
going on.
side of us right now, they are partying hard.
What I got to say, if you're going to play in Texas,
You got to play fiddle in the band.
exactly. And who plays the fiddle for the Montana State Bobcats?
And guess what they didn't play?
What do they not play?
Money Money.
They did not.
And guess where they're going to play Money Money?
In Frisco?
Yep.
Frisco.
Frisco.
We are so excited for this national championship game. It is what we've been dreaming about since Tommy made it the first time.
This is, I mean, if we're being totally honest, Ben, this is what we manifested before the season when we looked at the schedule and we thought that we had a difficult end, fairly easy beginning, but a very difficult end, and always the road to the playoffs is tough. And once again, the Bobcats got a bunch of trash talked on them before this game. That the Missouri Valley is greater than the Big Sky.
Yeah, they're so much better, right?
They're so much
the
better.
Missouri Valley just does not compare to the Big Sky. There is so much better play, so much better players.
Yeah.
Yeah. How could we even compare to them?
I watched a team on offense that they were able to stop the run to the 220 yards. I think we did 220.
Yeah.
Neither one of us has statistics in front of us. I mean, we're just going off what we want.
We're recording off of my cell phone right now.
Yeah.
So I have nothing.
Yeah,
but the stats don't matter in this game.
No.
What matters is the Cats won.
We watched a team that the offense pretty much dictated South Dakota.
Yeah.
Tommy Malott chose what he wanted to do for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple times where he got stuffed, but it was actually pretty rare. We had a couple of punts is all.
Yeah.
The defense, however, stepped up in maybe the biggest way we've seen them step up,
Yeah.
aside from maybe New Mexico,
Because they saw a real challenge today.
with those
They
young
were
guys,
challenged by a team in a way that they haven't been challenged before.
a team that knocked off North Dakota State at Fargo.
At home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A team that went to the wire with Fargo
Yeah.
and knocked them off.
They beat them by 1 point.
I mean, this is no slouch of a team. Is this what it takes to get Montana State some credit? I don't know.
Maybe.
What is,
I feel like they're gonna keep moving the goalposts.
or are they gonna? Yeah, that's
Right
what I
now,
was gonna
the
say.
goalposts are right behind us.
Yeah, they're
And
right there
I can see
and right
them.
there.
I can see them moving. I can see the Missouri Valley fans moving the goalposts. I can see the fans in Fargo moving the goalposts wherever they want them to be. And I feel like that's going to be the majority of the story throughout this week.
I couldn't agree more, man. All I know is that there was a lot of people that thought South Dakota could keep this close.
Yeah.
It wasn't close. The spread was covered.
Yeah. The game was fairly close as it went on.
10.5
But-
points is a substantial margin.
But the Cats were in control of the game.
Yeah.
And that's what really matters. The Cats had control of the pace of the game, everything that they wanted. There was a little bit of drama, I would say, during the first quarter, second quarter, the first half in general.
Yeah.
There was South Dakota played like South Dakota should.
Yeah.
They played like a legitimate team. And the Cats still had major control of the game the entire game.
Yeah. Yeah. All I know is that the Bobcats are very, very good.
They are.
They are the cream of the crop. This team is loaded with stars from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even matter. I mean, we saw plays from backups on special teams
Mm-hmm.
that were seriously impactful.
Yeah.
Everybody's contributing. Everybody is bought into the mantra.
Mm-hmm.
The sky is the limit.
Yes.
North Dakota State, South Dakota State that was a game.
Yeah.
There were mistakes in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Montana State had no mistakes.
No.
Who had mistakes, Ben? Who had mistakes?
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying
Who had
to
mistakes
be,
today?
I'm trying to be the devil's avocado, like I usually try to be.
Tell me why USD didn't have mistakes.
I can't think of any serious mistakes that Montana State had.
No, they had none.
Completes that could have happened and weren't great, but they were not mistakes.
South Dakota made some mistakes,
Yes.
starting with, was it the first kickoff that went out of bounds?
Yes.
And we scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was the first mistake. You cannot make mistakes against Montana State. You
That first little
absolutely
dime
can't.
that went to Taco though. That
Yeah.
was nice. We could see
Taco
that from
had a great game.
Any seat in the stadium, you could see that pass was going to Taco. They had no safety back,
Yeah.
and it was ready to go right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And to start out, I'm sorry I'm jumping around so much,
Oh,
but to start out the half, the way Tommy scored that touchdown,
yeah.
that gave us the lead that we.
Are
could
you
hold
talking
for
about the
rest of
one where
half.
the snap hit the ground and he just ran it in for a touchdown?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's a special thing.
Yeah. Nobody else has that in the country.
Oh.
Nobody else has that. Do you think Cam Miller is going to make that play?
Do you think Travis Hunter is going to make that play?
No, because the ball's not getting snapped to Travis Hunter. That's the only reason he's not making that play.
All I'm saying is that when it comes to the most valuable player
Mm-hmm.
in college football,
Yeah.
Tommy Mellott should be at the top of the list. It doesn't matter which subdivision you're in, whether it's FCS or FBS. Tommy Mellott is the best player in college football.
Yeah.
He's faster than everybody. He's smarter than everybody.
And I've been pretty busy for the last couple hours. I don't know if anybody knows why, but correct me if I'm wrong. The Walter Payton has not been announced yet.
It hasn't.
Yes.
And if Tommy Mellott doesn't win it, we're going to find a way to disrupt things.
Oh, yes.
We are going to complain at a level that I don't think our listeners can understand.
I don't think they'll be ready for it. I think the Cat fan level will be ready for it.
Yeah.
But anybody else from any other team is probably going to get really bored listening to us talk about the two biggest snubs of all time. If this happens,
If they snub Adam Jones and Tommy Millott,
it's a joke.
the award system is a sham,
It's a sham.
a joke.
Yeah. I don't know how we could express this game in any way other than Montana.
In Ben and Eric's excitement to get this episode out to the podcasts, they forgot that soundboards need power. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Go Cats!